welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of this video, it's going to be a little bit different, a lot different I guess. I am pretty much a jack of all trades but master of none. This video I'm going to be reviewing or talking about a very popular sunscreen brand. I'm going to be talking specifically about these two right here, and this is the Flex and this is the original or the classic. They are very different. Not so much in regards to ingredients, but the way they apply on the face and just the way they look and set is very different. And I wanted to review them because these babies ain't cheap. My dogs are barking, I had to go down, I forgot where I was. Literally going down and up the stairs once got me so winded. But I go to the gym, so it's like, I want to talk about them so that you can make a decision if you want to try one over the other, or maybe you don't even want to try either one because they are expensive. Okay, well, I'm going to start by talking about the classic. It is a lot more sheer than the Flex here, and I'm just going to start off the bat by saying that I prefer the classic for a couple of reasons. I do not want to have like a full coverage sunscreen or foundation on my face. I just don't like it. I already struggle with foundations because I just don't like anything. I don't like to feel anything on my face. I tried to get curtain bangs, but the fact that they like are constantly touching my cheeks, that bothered me. So I just went back to not having any bangs. Honestly, I would say that this is practically a full coverage sunscreen foundation because when I put it on, I am not kidding you, it covers all of my sins. I just don't like that feeling. I don't want that feeling on my face, and it's so weird because I have a very oily face, so I don't really have any dry patches on my face, but this one, it's almost like it clings on to spots and makes them look dry even though they're not. Overall, this was just not a good experience. However, what I do like about the Flex range is that they have different shades. Mineral sunscreens are very hard to come by that are made for people of color. It's a mineral, it's very white, it's very pasty, and it's just hard to formulate. Well, I don't know, but it must be hard since these companies haven't come out with, you know, different kinds of sunscreen. It's just difficult, I guess, to find a good sunscreen that is going to work for people of very fair tones all the way to the deepest. I think that they're doing a great job in coming out with options for people with deeper skin tone. I don't know if this is going to work for everybody. Like I said, it just feels like a thick, heavy, full coverage foundation. They have 3 different shades. They have fair, medium, tan, and deep. Like there's 4 shades, but it's still better than just one. So besides that, I just did not enjoy the experience with the Flex. And in regards to pricing, this sunscreen is $45 for 1.8 ounces. So again, it is not cheap. However, I do like that it's SPF 50 and it has a rating of PA++++, which means that it's going to protect you from UVA rays just as well as it's going to protect you from UVB. And the difference between these two is UVB, I guess you can remember it as you will burn, and UVA, you can remember it as you will age. UVB rays are what cause your skin to turn red when you get a sunburn, and UVA, those are the rays that you cannot see that are damaging your skin. So it's kind of like the silent killer because you can be damaging your skin without getting a burn and you would really never know it. So that's why I would say start wearing a sunscreen. If you're 15 years old, if you're 60, wear a sunscreen every day. Now, let's talk about the classic. This is honestly quickly becoming one of my favorite sunscreens. This one, it also has an SPF of 50 and it's also PA++++. So it's also going to give you protection from UVB and UVA rays. They both have niacinamide. They're both suitable for all skin types, and they are non-comedogenic, and they are dermatologist tested and vegan. So really, these are great formulas. Now, just because I don't like the Colorscience Flex doesn't mean that you won't. I just don't want that full coverage look. But if you're like, I need something to cover, you know, dark spots, redness, all of that, then maybe you will like the Flex. But personally, like I said, I just don't like how full coverage it is. It like literally just blurs all the dimension in my face. And personally, I don't like it. Classic is genuinely one that I will continue to use, and I will suggest it to everyone and their dog. I wonder if dogs need sunscreen. Probably not. This is definitely a sunscreen that I will recommend to anyone just because it has great ingredients. I want to show you a difference of how these look. So this is the Classic, a little bit lighter and more peachy. So can you see that? Now let me show you what the Flex looks like. And this is how the packaging on the Flex looks like. This one is definitely gonna be more high coverage, and it's very interesting because it comes out white. The cool thing about the Flex is that the tints are encapsulated, so when you start rubbing it is when it starts providing that coverage. And now let me swatch this one. I'm not sure if you can see here, but this one has more of a neutral, cool undertone, and it blends in perfectly into my skin, whereas this one, you can see how it covered. And honestly, that's why I prefer this one, because I don't want it to provide very much coverage, if anything, whereas this one, I mean, you can see here, it's like a foundation almost. So this would be the difference between the Classic and the Flex in medium. And side note, I like to use chemical and physical sunscreen. I also like to layer my sunscreens for a couple of reasons. I am someone who sometimes gets like redness around my cheeks, and I notice that when I wear chemical sunscreens, I just get more redness, or like more, it's not irritation, but I notice that my cheeks get more red when I'm wearing a chemical sunscreen. And that's because chemical sunscreens absorb the rays that are coming from the sun, and I just notice that my face feels hot. But when I wear a mineral or a physical sunscreen, their job is to reflect the rays that come from the sun. So what I've been doing is I will go in with a chemical sunscreen, you know, the first layer, and then for my second layer I go in with a mineral sunscreen. And that's been working well because mineral sunscreens will also tend to dry your skin out. It's like a powder, so when it's on your face it will kind of absorb some of the oils, and one was making me too hot and the other was literally soaking up all of my face oils. So I just layer chemical and mineral, and honestly it's like the perfect pair when it comes to sunscreen. Now I've tried so many sunscreens and I still have not found my favorite one. This one is coming in very close for like my top 3 contender, and I still have not found that favorite sunscreen that meets all the criteria, because some that are amazing and great are nano sized, and there's a lot of controversy with that. But anyway, I hope you liked this video. I hope that it helped you make a decision in regards to which one to get. Now, both are amazing in regards to ingredients, what they contain, the protection they provide. It's just the finish that I don't enjoy about the Flex. But again, if you think you would like a full coverage sunscreen, then try the Flex. But if you're like, I just kind of like a light sunscreen, I would try the Classic. But with the Classic, it only comes in one shade, in a glow or in a bronze, and I just don't think that is applicable to everybody. But if you're like my complexion, I think the Classic would work, but give it a shot. I mean, wearing sunscreen is better than not wearing any, even if it is unfortunately not perfect. Like I said, I hope that this was helpful in any way, because these are not cheap. The Flex is $45 and the Classic is $39. So thank goodness that the one that I actually liked is cheaper than the one that I didn't. So if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I hope that you enjoy this video and this content because I love skincare. I love learning about it. But anyway, I hope to see you in the next video, and I just hope you have a great day, wear your sunscreen, and have a good day. Bye!